Hey everyone, welcome back to another Plan With Me. This is Halen from Med Student Planner, and this week I'll be planning the week of December 7th through the 13th, and I'm using the Inside a Snowflake collection from the Crafty banana. It is inspired by the Grinch, and it is just so cute. I got the full kit and in the scene format, and I am just so excited about this. I usually use some of her Christmas kits like every year, and they're just some of my favorites. So I am going ahead and putting down the base of the kit with you, and so with scene kits, it's super simple. You just have to put down, you can put the scene wherever you want to, but I decided to put mine at the bottom, and this kind of takes place as your full box and the bottom washi, so it works out nice. Like, I don't have to do a lot of thinking about it, and so I love it. So the trick with the scene kit for me is getting the first box down like really straight and where I want it, and then the rest of them can just line off of that. And so that's where if your first one's crooked, then they're all going to be crooked. But with this one, it was pretty a light scene, and I was scared that a lot of the lines would show through, and so I went ahead and whited out most of this, and I even ran out of whiteout right here. But to me, that is just something that really pulls it all together, and I don't mind being a little extra with a whiteout to make sure that it all looks just seamless and super nice. And I wasn't sure how far up they were going to go at first, and I didn't want the whiteout to mess up even like at the top of it there, and so the whole little area has been whited out for me. So I actually got lucky here and have these tiny strip and like the next full box together. I have never been able to pull it up like that before, and don't ever get it like that again, but it was nice to be able to try it out that one time. And now I'm just kind of finishing putting the boxes down. I just love how this second part looks with like the Christmas tree in the center and everything. This is just such a pretty scene kit, and I almost used it last year, and then I decided to use the Christmas Vacation and Elf one, which those are two of our favorite Christmas movies, and then The Grinch is the other one, and so those are definitely the top three for like our family and everything. And so now I can use this one for this year. The date dots that I'm using are also from the Crafty Banana. I thought her date dots would kind of go best since it's also the glossy paper and kind of the same little font and everything, so that I thought that was perfect. And I love her kits for color blocking. It has like the perfect color blocking stuff for me, and so I kind of just base what color I'm doing for each day on the date covers, and so that works really nice for me to just be able to kind of go down from there. So I decided to add the today headers for each day to just kind of pull in the color blocking a little bit more, and it also helps me line up the date cover on top of that, so I can just kind of put it pretty close but also leaving some white space, and then it is good to go up top. And I was a little worried about anything showing through, and so I went ahead and whited out all the dates. I probably could have gotten away with Saturday and Sunday not showing since they were darker colors, but the pink and blue for Thursday and Friday probably would have shown through, so it was just easier to go ahead and white it all out. So I initially put this maybe Christmas, perhaps it means a little bit more full box at the top of my sidebar, but then I remember I had this double box of Cindy Lou Who, and so I wanted to pull her in, of course. It is just such a cute full or double box, and I decided to put her at the bottom, but then I was going to make the other full box kind of tricky since I was the same color, and I didn't want two of the same colors like touching each other. I know that sounds silly, but I initially was going to try to pull in a strip of washi to just separate the pinks, and then I realized that I hadn't pulled in the habit tracker yet, and so that wasn't going to fit, and so I cut down the washi, and that initially does work, but I didn't love how it looked. So I decided to just go ahead. This is where I get like the super tiny washi, and it does fit, but it just wasn't my favorite, and so I decided to just swap the full boxes. And even though I think the like maybe Christmas one was better at the top for like being a quote box, even though it's not really a quote box section anymore, I like how the pinks being on the top and the bottom looks a lot more. And I love that she used his little schedule for the other full box. So that is everything for the base of the kit, and here are the stickers that I have left over, and now we can go ahead and go through the day-by-day plans. So on Monday, I actually had this day off of school, and so I just took it as a study day, which was a much-needed study day. I had kind of been slacking on a lot of my studying for this entire rotation, and so I really had to put it into like high drive this week and get my life together. So I started from the bottom this day, and I went ahead and put in a TV little thing to put that I watched New Girl this night, and then also just kind of relaxed after studying all day. And so I have a script from Virgo and paper to mark that. And then I put in a little just heart icon to mark that I was going to be filming and editing some today, and just kind of getting some stuff together for another plan with me. Or it may have actually been this plan with me, or maybe last week's. I'm not really sure now. So then I just have a half box with one of the candles that like match the kit to mark that I was just studying all day. And then I put in a checklist, and I'm actually going to change this out because I just didn't really love how my handwriting looked right here. But what I'm putting right now is that I needed to finish my second clinic history and physical write-up, and then I could be done with that. And then I also had 2 different essays that I needed to write for the rotation. And I think this is where I realized maybe I'm still able to fit it here. But I wanted to pull in this planner time script from Hand Can Plan. I really loved it, and I've been trying to pull it into a spread for a while, and so this was kind of perfect because I think this is whenever I was laying down the base of the kit and everything, and so it's kind of perfect to mark that. So actually, I guess I didn't change the checklist up front, but I'm looking at my planner and it's different, so maybe I do that later on. But right now, I'm going on to Tuesday, and I just put in a little coffee script from Nightingale Paper Co. and the red coffee cup that came with the kit. I initially almost pulled one of my red coffee cups that are like the custom from the Crafty banana with my name on it, but I decided to go ahead and just use the one from the kit so I could, use as much as the kit as possible. And then I pulled in a Pumpkin Paper Co. girl that's sitting on the couch next to the Christmas tree because I just thought that was so perfect. I'm trying to use as many as my Christmas stickers as I can since I have so many of them, and I only get to use them once a year. So I just put that in, and then I'm not sure if I keep planning from the bottom up, but it just is kind of happening. I had to go in today to the hospital. This was my last week in the hospital, and so I just put that in with a little Winston in scrubs, and then I was trying to fit a lot of things in here at once. I will eventually add a laundry script because we did laundry this day, and then I had an eye doctor appointment, and so I just put that in with a label. And I also went and got my nails done, and I have not gone and done that since maybe like last December or January, or probably January, February. And it was just super nice to kind of treat myself to that. I had the entire place to myself, and felt, completely comfortable and safe. And so that was just super fun to be able to go and do for myself. And the place was right next to my eye doctor. And so that it was just kind of like meant to be. I was really trying to use the nail polish Winston where he's kind of like poking over on the top of the nail polish, but I cannot get all the spacing to work. I was really struggling at the beginning of this plan with me of trying to get things just the way I wanted. I was getting really worried about trying to make this like so perfect because I loved this kit so much and didn't want to mess it up, but I eventually just kind of get the hang of it as the week goes on. So this is where I'm going to swap out that nail polish Winston to just like a little Yay Winston, and I think that works out much better. So I put in another half box to mark my time in the hospital, and this time I used a Bah Humbug coffee mug from Daily Dose of Stickers because that's about how I was feeling this morning. And on Tuesday, I didn't fill this in earlier because I didn't know what I was going to be watching that night, but I ended up watching Santa Claus 3 Tuesday night, which was, I haven't watched that one in forever, and so it was just super cute to watch. But then Wednesday night, I watched New Girl, and I actually had a spray tan appointment. I was going to get my bridal pictures done, and so you can still see my hands are a little bit funny in this video. But I had that night, and so I put that in with a little label. And then my attending actually got us Torchy's, which is like a taco place. She got us that for dinner since we were on call until 7 that night. So that was a long, long day in the hospital. And so I marked being on call with a script from Nightingale Paper Co. And I just pretty much studied the entire time that I was there. I had an HMP, like another history and physical write-up that I needed to do. And so I worked on that. We had a lecture, and so I just put that in with a little icon. And here's where I marked that I was working on my history and physical. I just used another little icon from the kit. I like how it just kind of all went together there. I'm not really sure where that study script is from. The sheet that I have doesn't have the shop name on it, so I'm not really sure. It's like a really old sheet. But then we just kind of cleaned up this night, and so I put that in. So here's everything for the first half of the week. This kit is just beautiful, and I love how all of this is coming together. And I'm really excited about using the blue on Thursday because it is just a kind of a unique color for Christmas time. So now we can go ahead and move on to Thursday and start out the same typical way with a half box to mark my time in the hospital. I just used a coffee cup or a candle from the kit to mark my time there. Then I put in a Yay Winston because this was my last day in the hospital, like for wards. I'm going to be doing clinic the following week, and I had Friday off, and so that was a super nice ending to internal medicine. But then I put in a study. It's kind of like a script, but it's a study on top of books. That's from Avalon and Ninth. And then I put in a label that I had a meeting with our florist this day, and I was mainly meeting them to pick up my bouquet for pictures. And so it just ended up working out to kind of chat with them. But then I kind of completely blanked on what happened initially on Thursday. I wanted to put that I was finishing up a plan with me, but then I will go back and put the more important thing in a second. But I also have an embed early script from Hand Can Plan and a TV little thing to mark watching New Girl. So this is where I realized I forgot something super important this day, and I kind of just got my days mixed up on what was going on. But we went and picked up our marriage license this day, which was super fun, and I'm really glad that we went ahead and got that over with before the holidays came around. I didn't know what their schedule was going to be like up at the office and what hours they were going to be open during like Christmas, and so you can use it for like 30 days afterwards, and so we just went ahead and went. So I decided to put that in with a half box, and I tried several different things of like how I wanted to do this, and then I just moved everything around several times. I ended up just keeping it pretty simple at the end. I pulled in a study icon, and then I was trying to use this pick up your, I think that one actually said marriage certificate, but I couldn't find a way that I liked it, and so I'm eventually just going to pull in a Once More with Love munchkin that is like the little wedding couple, and so I just thought that was just super simple to do that way. Okay, so there it is, and now I can just write in that we picked up our marriage license. So Friday, like I was saying, I had the day off, and so I put that in with a script from Piper Paper Company, and then I was kind of jumping ahead, but this night I watched Grey's Anatomy. That was the Thursday episode that I was catching up on, and we also got Chick-fil-A this night, which was super yummy. And today was also my grandma's birthday, and she's really like my mom, so it gets kind of confusing with mom, grandma, or whatever, so I just call her Kimbo. And so it was her birthday, so I put that in with a Coffee Monsters Co. little emoji holding a balloon, and then this was the day that I was taking my bridal pictures, and I have this sheet of wedding like activities from Nightingale Paper Co., and so that's where the bridal pictures little script and icon and stuff came from. And then I just studied for the rest of the night, and so I put that in with a half box and a little Winston, and I just kind of did some rearranging to make, I liked how the little things are together more than separated. And so I just put in that I was uploading my plan with me this day and then also relaxing this night. So Saturday, I got to pull in one of my favorite emoji, flat lays from Coffee Monsters Co. And so I just spent some time planning and studying and everything this day. And so I thought that was super cute to mark that. And it was perfect for Saturday's colors. So I pulled in a coffee cup from Daily Dose of Stickers to mark studying this day. And then I took a practice exam and I just put that in with a quarter box and then a candle from the kit, because I just had to use the candles that match everything. So this night I was just kind of watching Gossip Girl. I'm on a rewatch of that. I haven't watched it since high school, and I just randomly picked it up one day, and I've been loving this rewatch. And then we also had a taco night. I also finally got to use these, it's like a little cat couple from Fox and Cactus that is like a Christmas couple. I thought they were just so cute, and I was excited to use that. We were watching the LSU game this night, and so I thought that was cute to mark that. And surprisingly, LSU beat Florida, and so go Tigers. We were all really excited about that and just kind of surprised, and like I'm still in shock. And so that was just a fun little into their season, because it has been a year. So Sunday started out with laundry, as our Sundays typically do, and then I took another practice exam, and so this time I just pulled in another candle, but I just left it on the page, and then I pulled in a half box to mark my other study time, and I got to use this emoji from Coffee Monsters Co. that's like the Grinch on a computer. I thought that was perfect for the Grinch kit and also for how I felt about studying. Then I pulled in a checklist to mark just a few little Sunday tasks that we had, like picking up groceries, taking out trash, and, like putting away our laundry. And I wanted to use this Sunday reset with I didn't get to use a lot of the deco from the kit, and so I was trying to pull in some deco with there, but the initial present thing that I grabbed was just going to be a little bit too big, and so I found the sweater from the Grinch that has ho 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 on it, and it was just perfect. So I just layered Sunday reset over that. So here is the finished spread. This kit is just beautiful, and I love how this week turned out. I had a lot going on, and I'm really excited to be pulling in a lot of these Christmas stickers and getting into the full Christmas spirit. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.